All right, everybody, what is going on? Got a problem here to solve. It looks difficult, but it's really pretty easy. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we've got the square root of 1 plus 4 square root of x equals 1 plus the square root of x. All right, so what we're going to do here, we've got radicals. So you can see that we have this square root over here isolated. Okay, and so remember, when you're solving square equations involving radicals, you want to isolate them, and if you have more than one, you want to isolate one of them and then square both sides. So let's do that. So that is going to give us the square root of 1 plus 4 square root of x equals 1 plus square root of x squared. And we're going to square that side. So whenever we square the left-hand side, that's going to just leave us with 1 plus 4 square root of x. When you square a square root, you end up with what's underneath the square root. Now this one right here, we can actually come over to the side here and remember 1 plus square root of x squared is equal to 1 plus square root of x times 1 plus square root of x. And so if we FOIL this, 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times square root of x is square root of x. Square root of x times 1 is square root of x. And square root of x times square root of x is x. And then this is going to be 1 plus 2 square root of x plus x. All right. So we're going to write this over here. So that's going to equal, and I'm going to write it with the x term first. It's 2 square root of x plus 1. Okay, I just wrote this term first, then this one, and then the 1. All right, so we still have a radical. So let's isolate the radical. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to subtract 2 square root of x to both sides, and I'm going to subtract 1 to both sides, and that's going to leave me with 2 square root of x. See, those ones go out and those ones go out also, and that equals x. Okay, so we got 4 square root of x minus 2 square root of x leaves us with 2 square root of x. And then we're just left with x on the right hand side. And so now we have to square both sides again. And I'm going to come up here. So this is going to leave me with 4x. So remember, when you square this, you square the 2, that's 4. Square the square root of x, that's x. And that equals x squared. And so then we'll subtract 4x to both sides. And that's going to leave me with x squared minus 4x equals 0. And now I can factor out x. And that leaves me with x minus 4. And then I just set each one of these equal to 0. X equals 0, or x minus 4 equals 0. And so that is going to give me x equals 0, which is just this one. I didn't have to write it again, but I did. And then here, when I add the 4 to both sides, I get x equal 4. All right. Now, remember, whenever we're solving a radical, whenever we're squaring both sides, so let's write this problem down again. That's the square root of 1 plus 4 square root of x equals 1 plus square root of x. Now, these are the two solutions that I have. But remember, we have to check them. So we've got to plug 0 in for x. So that's the square root of 1 plus 4 times square root of 0 equals 1 plus square root of 0. All right, so here, this term right here, that's 0, and I'm left with just a 1 underneath the square root, and the square root of 1 is 1. And then that's 0 plus 1, which is 1, so that checks. So this is a solution. And now we have to check the x equal 4, And so that's the square root of 1 plus 4 square root of 4 equals 1 plus square root of 4. And so this is the square root of 1 plus 4 times 2 equals 1 plus 2. Now this is 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9, square root of 9 is 3, 1 plus 2 is 3. And so that one checks also, so they both worked in this case. And so there's your two answers. All right. Well, that's all of that problem. I hope that video helped you out. Check out my other videos. Give me a like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I will see y'all in the next one. Later.